Okay, so here is the AU99 board. And then here is, kind of hard to see, but this is the picture that I took of the board. And I just want to make sure that I can see all of the components as necessary on here, just in case I miss something. I can see which way the capacitors are inserted, and I can read all of their values. I think this is in manual focus still, so it'll probably focus better if I put it down here. So yeah, if you're doing this kind of work, make sure that you take a picture so you know where everything ends up after you have removed everything from the board. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and start twisting off these capacitors. A lot of these, my hands are going to be in the way. So make sure I have it on manual focus so it doesn't hunt too terribly much. So I'm just going to grab a pair of pliers and just grasp one of the capacitors and with downward force begin twisting, and it's going to fatigue the leads. And then the capacitor will just lift off the board like that. Now you do have to clean the pads, and so this is probably going to get run through the dishwasher as they normally do. So I normally try to push down, that way my hand's in the way, but I can maintain the correct rotation to not apply extra force. Oh yeah, that thing's going to have to be washed. There's electrolyte under that as well. So we'll just go ahead and zip all these caps off the board. And I'm so sorry you can't see what I'm doing. I do find that twisting off the caps is the most efficient way to remove them without actually damaging the board. Here, maybe if I hold it up this way, and I'm going to just put my finger underneath that cap and then begin twisting while pushing forward. Hopefully this works out. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, that one's got electrolyte under it too. Oh geez, I didn't expect to encounter that. Everyone. Oh my gosh. Every cap's got electrolyte under it. I may stop doing these kinds of repairs. Yeah, that one's wet. That one's wet. That one's dry. That one seems to be dry. We have to get smaller needle nose pliers to do some of these caps. There we go. Try to get it up where you guys can see what's going on. Oh, one lead still attached. There we go. Oops. Yeah, don't let that happen. Wow, that one is like on there. Wow. It is still attached. Holy crap. Oh man. Does not want to let go. The soldering iron went to sleep. Doggone it. Well, we'll move on. Yeah, every one of these. Do I have smaller? I thought I had some smaller needlers. Oh yeah, here we go. Don't need these big clunky things when you've got some smaller ones. No, it just let go. Holy crap. That's funny. There it goes. Can I help you? Go lay down, baby. Go lay down. You don't need to be in here sniffing the ground. Go. Go lay down. I'm going to shut the door because the dog's in here sniffing for cat smells. And of course that one doesn't want to let go. Give it a minute. The other one just kind of popped off after a little bit of time. All right, now the other ones are off. Can really twist this one around. There we go. And I think I'm going to go ahead and unsolder these two leaded electrolyte caps first. Oh yeah. I can hear the sizzling of the electrolyte. Well, definitely underquoted this one. I didn't expect to have to wash all of these boards in the dishwasher to get the electrolyte off, but it's what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, there we go. Wow, this thing is on there. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's like stuck to my hand. There's so much electrolyte on here. It just, nasty, nasty. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit and show you all the nastiness on here. Okay, there we go. That's clear focus. So virtually every capacitor on this board has leaking electrolyte underneath it. Now I could just go ahead and hit this with some dish soap and a toothbrush. I've had very good success with that. But I prefer to wash these in the dishwasher. I know people are like, oh my God, you can't wash these things in the dishwasher. But washing this in the dishwasher, these boards, actually, if there's a plate through anywhere near any of these capacitors that have leaked, like look right there, there's two plate throughs right there, and two there, it actually will wash water through those holes and clean the electrolyte, which is water soluble, by the way. So you just got to make sure that after you wash it that you use compressed air to get any moisture out of these coils especially. Sometimes I'll actually put these in the oven at about 140 degrees for about an hour, and it just helps evaporate any moisture that might be on the board. I did do a quick look on these boards, and what you're looking for is like where these plate throughs come through the board right there. you want to look for black spots, and that indicates that the electrolyte has leaked all the way through the plate through. I think I see a little bit. See that one right there? Let me put this in the center of the screen. The lower one is good, but the upper one has a black spot around it. So where is... I can't find my place. So it's right there. I think it's under this capacitor, the C419 possibly, or right next to it, but I can't quite tell. Yeah, I don't actually see where they go through the board. But first thing I'm going to do is try to strip all of the leads off of this board before I go any further whatsoever. My hands are sticky from all the electrolyte on it here. I can smell it. I wish this had smell-o-vision. So you just want to go ahead and wipe all the broken leads off the board. Oh yeah, that one's bad. Hopefully I'm still kind of on the screen. There you go. And I keep wiping the tip just to get the broken leads back off. So you can see how many, there's like 6 broken leads stuck to the tip right there. So I just want to go ahead and get all the broken leads off of the board. Oh, did you hear that? Sizzling. So I think that might be all of them. I might have missed a couple. Yep, I did. Way over here. Oh, this thing. According to the customer, one price, I'm going to stick to it, even though it's going to be way more work than anticipated. There we go. So just to make sure I got everything, I'm going to go ahead and just vacuum. Hopefully that is on screen, kind of somewhat for you. Maybe the focus isn't perfect, but I'm sorry. Nope, there's a lead right there. I think, yep, there's a lead right there. Right there. So it's very important that you get every single lead off of the board, because if you don't, they can actually turn sideways underneath the capacitors. Yep, there's another lead right there. That's why you want to make sure you get every single one. Hopefully you can still see everything that's going on here. missed that one. C448 right there. Nope, there's no lead right there. So you can see it's stuck on the tip right there. And so we'll have to clean off C448. Okay, let's clean off C448. There it is. Okay, happy with that. We'll go ahead and vacuum those pads up. Yeah, just touching this board is making my hands all sticky from the electrolyte. So, a quick look at this thing. I could just use acetone. Like I said, I could use a toothbrush with some dish soap. I've had pretty good success with that before I got a dishwasher. Okay, good. Quick look, make sure there are no ends here. So no cap was ever soldered right there. No cap was ever soldered right there. So I'm not going to clean those off. Makes it easier for me to tell where I need to put the replacement capacitors. Okay, so back into the dishwasher and a couple more hours because it is a high efficiency dishwasher. Uses less water, but it takes much more time. I'd rather have a oh shoot, C403 right there. I missed that one completely. Duh. Why didn't you guys tell me? There we go. Vacuum those pads off. Okay. But yeah, like I said, dishwasher uses less water per load, but it does take a lot more time to get the job done. Much lower power motors and will just make it take longer. That's the philosophy of these energy saving companies. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with watching me put this into the dishwasher and get it back out again. I will just come back when it is finished. I'm going to go ahead and clean the flux off this board before I do anything, just so it appears better presentation-wise once it comes out of the dishwasher. For some reason, acetone does not do a really super good job of cleaning electrolyte. Especially, I want to make sure I clean all the plate throughs in this board. So we'll hit it a couple times. This is one of the acid brushes that likes to lose its hair, as you can see right there. Wow, everywhere. I'll make sure I pick all that up, and I'm going to go ahead and just wipe off the bottom while I'm here. Okay. Wow. Okay, well that certainly cleaned it up quite a bit. All right, on to the dishwasher. And whoops, you see what I see? Right there. There we go, got it. Quick little wipe off right there. Man, it's really hard to see if you leave a stray piece behind. Really hard to see. Of course, now I've got more fuzz over here. And look at that. even though I sucked the solder off of that one, there's still a lead right there. Come on. And I lost it. It's not by that. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Just want to make sure I find the lead. It landed on the towel. Okay, pretty happy with that. I think we can land some new caps on here quite easily. Okay, final look at the board to make sure I didn't miss anything. There are no solder pads with leads still on them anywhere. And I think I'm good. Okay, into the dishwasher. Well, before I start putting parts on a board like this, in fact, this is the board that came out of the dishwasher. It looks absolutely perfect right now. Very, very nice. All shiny, nice and shiny. I like to compare the new parts with the old parts. And so I've laid out the new capacitors versus the old capacitors. Those are the 47s at 6 volts. Perfect. These are the 4.7s at 35 volts. Perfect. There's a 100 at 4. Those are 100s at 6.3. Perfect. These are all the 22s at, I believe, 6 volts. Absolutely perfect. But when I got down to these right here, these are the ones at 50. I'm a dumb arse. Those are the ones I got for replacement. Look how much bigger that is than that one. And so I'm like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. And so these are the leaded electrolytics, the two that go in there. These are, I think, 100s at 10. And let's go ahead and see if we can see what those say. Yes, 10 volts, 100 microfarads. Those are perfect for the leaded ones. So I went ahead and I looked over my order sheet right here. And the ones with the red mark are correct. So I meant to order 3.1 millimeters by 5.5, and I got 4s by 5.5. So I've got to reorder the 1s, the 0.33s, the 22s, the 3.3s, and the 10s in the 3.1 millimeter variety, because not many are used on that board, but there are several that are used on these two boards, and they need to make sure the size is correct, because the little ones go right here, and there's no way I can get that huge capacitor onto this pad. I mean, I could do it, but it's not going to be right. I really want to make this thing 100% authentic, and some of these pads are so small, and they're next to other components. Like, it's just a physical constraint. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to reorder capacitors, and it's just going to be another delay for the customer. Hopefully this customer will understand about so much that's going on right now. I've had this thing here for, well, about a year right now, and it's been a nightmare, all the stuff that's been going on right now. So hopefully, if you're watching this, you will certainly understand. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and reorder the 1s, the 0.33s, the 22s, the 3.3s, and the 10s in the 3.1 millimeter variety. So I'm going to end this video right here. Hopefully everyone enjoys what I've done so far on this camcorder. I've done the power supply board, and I'm doing the audio board, the AFM, the audio hi-fi board that Sony used. Very, very good system for recording very high quality stereo audio interlaced with the video tracks. No separate audio heads on this, no linear audio heads. It just sounded phenomenal, and great video quality on such a small video cylinder, such a small track width on this thing. It just worked so well. Kind of like Beta did. But beta didn't take off because it didn't record long enough. VHS kind of took that over. But definitely, if you ask me, beta had a much better picture quality. But that's a subject for a completely different day. Okay, going to end this here. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll get back to this. Thank you very much. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.